Welcome, everybody. I'm Bob Ware. I am the website designer for the Sandhill Artists Collective, and I'm the technical host for this webinar. I'm going to turn this over to Louise Glickman, who is the founder of the Sandhill Artists. And Louise, this is for you.
Okay, well, I am happy to say that there are a number of you who have been on past days and have heard my spiel. So I'm going to shorten this probably and change it up a little bit so you don't get bored. First of all, Sandhill Artists Collective is a group of artists, enthusiasts, and also professionals who live in the western part of Buncombe County, and heretofore has not had any studio strolls, any art exhibitions, anything like this. So we started December a year ago as Biltmore Lake Artists, and then expanded in the form of a blog to Sandhill Artists Collective, which is now expanded to galleries and artists, and all of you who are on here today. And we have numbers of interested people up to about 400 at this point. So that's our growth in a year. Next year, Bob and I have been doing this by ourselves on a shoestring, paying for everything ourselves. So next year, we hope to bring on Andrea Kulish part-time to do social media with us and PR. So that's the goal today. And I wanted to mention a few really exciting things. One is about 35% of the people who have been signing on to watch this are from all over the country. So that not only brings brand new audience to galleries here, but also artists here. And it's proving that virtual cooperation among the arts community can have very far-reaching effect. So I will close out at the end, but clearly, if you've never joined through our database, we would like you to go on, scroll down past the ticket purchases, and you'll have a chance to submit your name and contact information, and you'll get your monthly blog with featured artists, art news, and lots of commentary, and probably at some point an evaluation of this project. So we appreciate that. Now, next, I'm very excited about Leaf Global. Many of you in the Asheville area know of Leaf as a festival that happens twice a year and has happened for, well, as long as I've been in Asheville, which was 2001. And about a year ago, Jennifer Pickering, who I know there are a lot of Louisiana folks on here. Jennifer is also a Louisiana girl, but lives here and has a dream of creating dynamic cultural programs, diversity programs, and has taken this project internationally. It's very interesting. And she is out of the country herself right now, but her right-hand people are going to do a very good job in presenting this to you. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to Marcia Almodovar. How'd I do it, Marcia?
Yeah, you said it perfectly well. My name is Marcia Almodovar, and I'm the Community and Engagement and Program Director at Leaf Global. And as Louise said, Leaf is a nonprofit. It started 25 years ago, and we had festivals 3 times a year, 2 at the beautiful Lake Eden and 1 in the heart of downtown. Sometime back, we turned into a nonprofit, and started doing community outreach programs. We have a few different branches. We have Leaf Schools and Streets, which is a local music and arts program in classrooms and schools and after school programs and summer camps. We have our Leaf International programs where we're in 12 different countries, where we also do music and arts and cultural preservation. And we just opened up at the beginning of this year our Leaf Global Arts Center. And that's a space that kind of combines all the work that we do with the festivals locally and internationally. And so you can get a sample of different things that you would normally see at the festival at the center. The space is to connect to different cultures all around the world, to take music and art classes, and for local artists to showcase their talents, as well as when we do have international travel again and we're able to gather safely, it'll be a hub of our activities. And so without further ado, I have a small 6-minute video doing a tour of our Leaf Global Arts Center.
Welcome to Leaf Global Arts. My name is Justice Rogers. I'm one of the board members. I've been involved with Leaf for quite a long time, several years. And this is our newest extension of our Leaf Festival, which is now Leaf Global Arts.
Hi, my name is Marcia Almodovar. I'm the Community Engagement and Program Director here at Leaf Global. So I wanted to show you a little bit around this building. We have this Putumayo world music listening station, so you could come and grab the earphones and listen to music from all over the world. Over here, this is our Leaf Live stage. You could either come and listen to a small trio or band come perform. If you walk over here, this is one of the largest installations of a global world map. So there are 5 screens, and there's 193 countries. And as you touch a country, you could find out about the history of the country, what music and what language they speak. Over here is our Easel Writer Art Bar. This is an installation kind of taken off of our Easel Writer Mobile Art Lab. And here we have crafts that you can create. We either have a teaching artist to come help you with this, or it's self-guided. This is our Club Del Cardo Music Trail, and this talks about all the amazing musicians that actually played in this building when this was the Club Del Cardo and where they would record. Everyone from Nina Simone to Al Green and all these local legends. This was curated by Claude Coleman, and you could find some of that music here at this vintage jukebox.
This wonderful building has been here since my mom was a little girl, and there's been a lot of music festivals, activity. There's a history of the building and the block related to this building right around the corner here.
We have the old Del Cardo building here, which now it has apartments on top of it, but the building is still here on this corner. So this was a very vibrant area through its history. Now, one of the things about this picture is, right, if you go right here, look at this picture, it tells a great story. And that this picture is by Steve Mann, and everybody, it doesn't take them very long to want to know about him. Now, I don't know whether it's a she or he, but this dog has a history of itself here on the block.
Now, if you come over here, one of our amazing teaching artists, Daryl Rose, created this. And this is after Zambito, which is an Orisha gatekeeper god. And so we love to have that here to protect people coming in and out of our space. We're gonna walk up to the Madiba mezzanine. This talks a lot about the history of Nelson Mandela. And if you look in here, you can see a print of Nelson Mandela's hand with the sign of Africa inside the palm.
So I started to learn this. It was since I was little. When my dad passed away, I was like 8 years old, and I started this when I was 11 years. It was this guy. He got like a big African clothing store in Africa. So I was going to him and hang out with him. He was a little bit like my dad. At this place here, for me, if you come here, you need the clothes. You need some clothes to be fixed, or you need some music, or you wanna learn something about Africa, or you wanna learn something about like a different places. If I'm here, I can show you like the clothes there, because we can talk about the clothing, we can talk about the music, we can talk about the culture. So for me, everything like that comes together.
This is our cultural immersion room. So it's meant to transport you into another culture and another world. This was curated by Chief Shaka Zulu, head of the black-facing Mardi Gras India. He installed this for us and created this to look like his feather studio in New Orleans. It takes a full year to create these costumes. This is our virtual reality cave. And in here, you can put on a virtual reality headset.
One Mic Studio program was created by Ben Gradison and is funded by the Ben Gradison Foundation, along with Leaf Global Arts. We have 5 One Mic Studios around the world. Right now, we have programs with West African drumming. We also have a program where you can come into the One Mic Studio and you can use a loop station. You have up to 8 tracks, unlimited overdubs, and we encourage people to make music using just their voice, their hands, just simple things, because music resides within the person.
We're now walking into the Sound Underground, Leaf Global Arts Performing Event Space. This area has a magical vibe thanks to the mix of modern and ancient instrumentation. The interactive venue has professional sound, lighting, and hosts concerts, sound meditation, open mics, poetry reading, comedy shows, dance and music classes.
My education is like how people respect each other. So if the kids get that, they grow up with that, I think this world can change, because we already have like a lot of stuff in our head. So we need to change the new generation. We need to focus on the new generation.
Hi. So that's a little bit about our space in the heart of downtown Asheville. And you could find out more about the programs and our different offerings at theleaf.org. And now I wanted to go ahead and introduce Adama Dembele.
Before you go any further, for those who aren't from the Asheville area, could you give a little brief history about the block and the YMI Cultural Center across the street?
Well, the YMI, it's the Young Man's Institute Center, and that is another organization in another building, and it's across the street. We're in the community that is the historical African-American community in Asheville. Our area there, it's in the East End side of Asheville. Prior to redlining, in Asheville, that happened in the late 70s. It was where it was like the hub of African American communities. There were homes, there were a lot of shops that were owned by Black people in that area, and it still has a stronghold in that community today, even though the landscape of it is very different from before it was redlined, and a lot of those homes were removed and city buildings came in. But it is the hope of the neighborhood to restore some of that historic content and back to giving it back to the community that was previously there and honoring those traditions.
Thank you.
And so I wanted to introduce Adama, one of our teaching artists at LEAF. And as you saw a brief bit on the video there, he'll be able to tell you a little bit more about what he does and his offerings for LEAF Global. Go ahead, Adama.
Hi, my name is Adama Dambele. This is my daughter Aminata. Mimi. For me, at LEAF Global, I share my culture. So for me, sharing my culture is a big thing for me because I'm coming from 33 generation. My family been carrying this culture for a long time. So that's why I always say LEAF Global for me is like a small, it's like the world in Asheville, because when you get there, you can get like a different culture and different like I teach you music, and I also teach sewing, and also the future I'm gonna be bringing like a stuff or like a jewelry from Africa. So it's a place for me. It's like a fall of the culture, and that's what I'm there for, to share my culture, to share my music, to share the sewing. So that's pretty much that's the big thing for me at the LEAF here.
Can you talk a little bit about your business there?
Yes, the business there is first is the drumming classes. It's offering for, it's like the how do you call it, kids class, adult class, private lessons. It's gonna be online, and also like a tailoring. I'm gonna be teaching teaching people how to make it, how to sewing, especially like on because the sewing thing I do is a little bit different style than here, because I do like a more African style. So I'm gonna be sharing that with people too. So sharing the music and also sharing the sewing. So all of that is gonna be part of the business I'm gonna be doing there. Yeah.
Can we see some of your clothes? Can we see some of your designs?
Yeah, this is one of some of the shot I made, and this is one of the shot I made too, the one I'm wearing right now, and I got a couple here on the back. So all of those fabric, I get the fabric from I bring the fabric from Africa, and the design, like I've been learning this thing for a long time, so I just design like my creation, and also I look at different style online, and also people can come to me to see what they like, and it's not also just making like a new clothes. It's also a place where sometimes people need alteration, like they have a clothes that is too long, or they need a zipper, or they got something they need to be fixed. So the place is there for all of that too. So it's pretty much, it's open for a lot of different things. That's what I call like a small world in Asheville.
Thank you.
And so next up, we also have, I wanted to show you a little bit more details about the programming that we do offer at LEAF Global. So I wanted to share another video. It's about 12 minutes long, and it goes into a little bit more detail about the day-to-day program with our local programming and our international programming and how it all comes together. And then we'll talk to Chelsea, and she'll show us how to kind of showcase the offerings that we have to offer. So give me 1 second and I'm going to share my screen again.
Hi, my name is Marsha Almodovar. I'm the Community Engagement Director at LEAF Global Arts. Some of the programming that I had up for LEAF Global is the programming at our new Global Arts Center at 19 Eagle Street in the heart of downtown Asheville. And when you walk into that building, you're able to connect with all sorts of things, but most importantly, the different cultures in the world. We have a global map wall where you can find out about different music instruments, a lot of local history. You're able to create crafts. We have a virtual reality cave. We have a cultural immersion room filled with the spirit of the Mardi Gras Indians in New Orleans. We have a one mic studio, and we also have a performance area where you can either see a show or actually take a class. We have an instrument petting zoo as well, so your littles can, figure out and touch and play with instruments from all over. We have classes from hip hop dancing, West African drumming. We have art workshops. You can see music. There's so much going on at Leaf Global. It really is an amazing opportunity to be able to travel and see cultures from all over without leaving Asheville, North Carolina. And also, some of the other programming that I do is our easel rider programming. I also lead up which is our mobile art lab, where we go all across Buncombe County and offer children all over different arts and crafts supplies on the go, which has been really exciting to see how kids interact with that, how when you walk up or the van pulls up with full of art supplies and you just see kids smiling and they know that they're going to have a good time and learn a new culturally relevant craft and get to create something that they typically wouldn't. And so that's been a real pleasure to see the reaction of our community when we bring our mobile art lab to spaces. I also do our learning journeys, which is our community conversations with different local leaders to help inspire us and the work that we do and bring their voices out into our community. I also do our equity learning journeys once a month for our internal staff and board, where we dive deeper as an organization on where we are with racial equity and continue to strive and grow in that way. Some of the ways that we've had to shift and pivot throughout COVID-19 is through transforming all those offerings that we offer in person out into a virtual platform. And so it has been an interesting journey in understanding how this virtual world that we have, how we're able to reach so many people nationally and internationally. And that's been amazing to watch and to see. And even though it's not ideal because we miss so many people and we'd love to be there with them in person, it's been kind of amazing to see how many people we've still been able to touch and grow and learn with still. And so when we get back to the world where we're able to really hug and learn and dance together, I'd still like to continue some of that virtual stuff to really have that reach and be able to connect in person with our community. It's been a real honor to work with all these different programs and to reach as many people as we can through connecting cultures and through music and art. It's been an honor. Thank you.
I'm Erin Hartley, and I'm the Education Director of Leaf Global Arts. I oversee the after-school global arts programs, in-school residencies, our partnership with Buncombe County Schools through the Kennedy Center Partners in Education, and now our global classroom, which supports virtual learning in a time of great need during this global pandemic. Through these programs, I ensure the students are viewing the world with a sense of cultural curiosity and that they receive quality music and arts education. In the past 7 months, we switched our global arts classes to be able to happen virtually. This not only helped us stay connected to the students with which we work, but also helped us to have a broader reach, sometimes even reaching internationally. In addition to changing our classes to virtual platforms such as Zoom, YouTube, and Facebook streaming, we also have instituted an in-person global classroom for 15 students in which we support their virtual learning through Asheville City and Buncombe County schools. This program also is supplemented by our global arts education classes after school, which include West African drumming, hip-hop dance, mural painting, yoga, and more. We have recently started to have some in-person, socially distanced small group classes to be able to connect to our students in person as well in a safe manner. One of the things I've learned in this time of pandemic is how important it really is for people to connect with one another. One of the most beautiful times through our time at Leaf Global Arts that I have seen this happen in my programs is through our partnership with the YMCA Horizon program. Kayla Lynn McKinney and Melissa McKinney are a mother and daughter team of teaching artists who work with students at the YMCA Horizon program at Reynolds Middle School over the summer, and to see what they were able to create was really beautiful. They created an original, empowering, uplifting song that utilized the voices and the music skills of all the students involved.
Summer, as a Leaf resident artist, I had the opportunity to meet an amazing group of kids at the YMCA Horizon Summer Camp. We wrote this song called How Will You Use Your Power, and we spent the summer examining the lyrics and how we could put those words in action.
How will you use your power? How will you make a change? How will you use your influence? What is it that you like to say? How will you empower? What will you do with your pain? What makes your heart beat? Why do you wake up every day?
How will you use your power? How will you make a change? How will you use your influence? What is it that you'd like to say? How will you empower? What will you do with your pain? What makes your heart beat?
Why do you wake up every day?
I need you to take a stand. I need you to spread the love. I need you to remember that it is not our job to judge.
I need you to stay the course. And don't you ever give up.
I need you to remember that the change begins with us. So don't compete. I need you to empower others.
I need you to remember that we're all sisters and brothers. I need you to join hands together as one. We are the change. Freedom love!
Hello everybody, my name is Mary. I'm coming from Tanzania and I'm a Leaf member. Leaf, it has impacted and improved in my life. For example, I attended some ceremony here in Tanzania, even outside Tanzania, and all this made me to meet with people from different countries and exploring and get some new friends and get some new idea from different people. I would like to say thank you for Leaf members for supporting culture in Tanzania. Thank you. May God bless you.
I'm Akwizera David, culture keeper and the leader of the Leaf Junior Troop in Rwanda. Together with the Leaf staff, our program was supporting the Leaf's missions, which is connecting the culture to the whole world. This world pandemic changed our center activities in this 7 months. Past, it stopped kids practice and meeting at the center, but we was just finding other way just to connect with our kids. And we just teaching them how to painting, to drawing, to make a new thing, so just to make them just connect. And thank you so much. We hopefully you guys just keep supporting us in our program. Thank you so much. Hey Leaf staff, my name is Akwizera David. I'm a culture keeper from Rwanda. I will be sharing drums with you today to prepare your mind for building the future of Leaf. I hope these drums inspires you and your work in the world. This called Ibihobi. It will help clear your mind and creating hope. Thank you so much, and we hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy it. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Thank you. We hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thank you.
So that's a bit of, the programming and a little bit more in-depth view of our programs locally and internationally. And by supporting Leaf for purchasing a membership, you help support all the programs that we do internationally and locally with our teaching artists and, really connecting cultures and creating community through music and arts. So Chelsea's going to tell you a little bit. Chelsea is our operations director at Leaf, and she is going to kind of show you through some of the offerings that we have and how to sign up for a membership. And memberships are great holiday gifts as well, because you're supporting a wonderful nonprofit, and we really appreciate your help. So take it away, Chelsea.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Marcia. So as you've seen, Leaf supports art in all of its vast and many different forms. So first, I'm going to show you a quick little video of some of the different items, artwork that we have for sale here in Leaf Global. First up, we have some items by one of Leaf teaching artists, Crystal Rose Fox. So these items are available for purchase in Leaf Global. We also have items from Togar, different art prints, Michael Weintraub, Leaf merchandise, back to Nelson Mandela and the Madiba mezzanine, handcrafted Tibetan singing bowls, some clothing by Adama, whom you've heard from, and then the Ubuntu series prints. You can also visit our website for other Leaf merchandise, art pieces, because art comes in many forms. So you'll see the leaf.org is our website, and right from our main page, it will open up to many different links that you can see. You can visit and explore the space, learn and take a class, as well as shop the Leaf merchandise and join the membership, which will also get you access to our exclusive member content portal. We do rent out our Leaf space so you can, for any unique gathering you may enjoy. And again, you can reach all of the aforementioned things by just visiting theleaf.org, and it will open right into links for those lovely websites. And if at any point in time you've seen some of the different artworks in passing that on the videos that perhaps weren't on that little slide, please feel free to stop by. We do private tours. You can reach out to us and we would love to connect you with one of our artists. We have several murals from local Asheville artists, as well as some of their prints also in-house. Monique Luck has done several for us, Kimmy Leisure, among others. I know Marsha pointed out a couple. All right.
Chelsea, can you tell a little bit about classes and workshops before, during, and what you expect after COVID?
Yes, so prior to COVID, we were hosting classes and workshops daily. Those are not just for youth, though we have quite a few that are geared strictly towards youth. We also offer adult programming as well at the space in downtown. Given the circumstances of COVID, we have pivoted to new virtual platforms that allow you to still access many of our classes and teaching artists online. And moving forward, we'll continue to offer our virtual offerings, but as we are safely able to, we are beginning to integrate, as you saw, back in some of the in-person aspects. Obviously, this 2020 has taken us on a bit of a ride, so we will continue to play it by ear. But we right now are offering 4 different classes that are one-on-one. They are all virtual right now. If you have an interest in other classes than workshops that we've offered previously, we do encourage you to reach out, as just because they're not currently on the table doesn't mean it's completely off the table. We work with some really amazing artists here locally.
Okay. That is great. Those photographs were really beautiful in the Mediba area. Do you know who the photographer was?
It's Mark Hennigan.
Yeah.
He worked with the Ubuntu project, which he asked a bunch of children that are in the photos what they would like to be when they grow up, and then he photographed them in their would-be future careers. And so the proceeds go, I think it's like a small portion goes to Leaf, and then it goes to the Ubuntu project, trying, in helping have those children achieve those goals.
Yes. And the 3 parents, the doctor, the firefighter, and I think it's the lawyer that's left. So we are excited to have had those. And then I know in the video there were several others featured. So
I just want to talk about a personal experience that I had with Leaf that so endeared me. And I want to thank all of you for what you've provided today. I have not smiled this much since Mardi Gras in New Orleans last February. So thank you very much. And I do believe that what you have provided is a vision of what is humanly possible in bringing our world together. We've heard way too much about tearing our world apart. So thank you so much. A few years back, Jennifer called me and asked me if I would help some of the young Leafs musicians travel to New Orleans to learn about jazz and to learn about the culture in New Orleans, to meet the Mardi Gras Indians, to eat some of the very traditional foods that we have there. And the rest has been historic. The relationship with the Jaffe family at Preservation Hall in New Orleans with musicians who have reached out to work with Leaf and who have come up here for Leaf festivals, have presented the music. Has been a beautiful exchange. And I just want to thank you all for that. So I didn't look in the chat box, but before I do, Marsha, would you like to add anything to what we've learned today? And maybe we'll have a few minutes for Adema to play some music.
I think, you know, we're really thankful for you to give us this platform to showcase some of the work that we do, and hopefully it'll encourage people to not only have some beautiful artwork of their own, but to support Leaf as an organization so that we could continue bringing positivity and cultural connection to the world. And I would love for Adema to close this out before the question and answers with some music there with him and his daughter Aminata. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. What is the instrument called?
It's called a balafon. It's like a xylophone, but balafon.
Okay, that was great.
I wanted to ask something. We saw a few of the countries in the video, and I wondered if there are other countries you can name that are involved in the LEAF programs.
Well, currently we have Costa Rica, Guatemala, Rwanda, Tanzania, Haiti, the Ivory Coast,
Mexico, St. Vincent, the Grenadines.
Oh, yep, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Beckway. Yeah.
Cool.
What do you do in those countries? Do you have classes with kids?
Mhm. They're all a little different, but what we do is find community culture keepers, and they teach music and art classes with a traditional historic preservation. So like in Beckway, there were I think there was only 2 or 3 people on the island that did the traditional steel pans. And then when Leaf International moved in, there was over 400 kids and people now that learn how to do the steel pans. So
funded strictly through donations?
Yeah, through memberships and our donations, yeah.
Well, that is wonderful. This has been very inspiring and very comprehensive, and we very much appreciate you and Leaf. And we will send kudos also to Jennifer for hard work when she can be with us. In closing, I would just like to tell you that Sand Hill Artists Collective, which we call SHAC, has been so enthralled with the galleries and the programs and the participants and the panelists that have all come together very quickly to bring this not only to North Carolina, but all across the country. And I very much appreciate those of you who have come on a fairly regular basis to see these programs, some more complex than others, all showing a variety of culture, color, technique, style, and learning. I hope that you will support us by going to sandhillartist.com, and I hope you will enjoy, as I have, going online and buying gifts for Christmas. So, Bob, is there anything that you would like to add?
Tomorrow we are featuring Penland Gallery, and that should be a very exquisite tour. So please join us tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and we will see you then.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thanks.
Thank you all very much. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thanks to all of you over at Leaf. We appreciate that very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a great night.
Good night, all.